Oh wow, there's a house. Is this house?
Yeah, there's a house. The house is still standing, but there's a barn in the backyard that's burned in.
Oh man. Really windy in this area. This house is right here. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Coming down the hill behind here. When you get into the fire zone, it's really windy. This is off Pleasant Valley Road. Not much firefighting going on in this part. Evacuation. This is a house burning just off Pleasant Valley Road. They've just let it go. It's too far gone. There's a whole lane full of houses on fire out here. Down this little country road. You can see them all.
On Pleasant Valley Road, I'm only like a mile up or so. But I am past the part where the fire
There's a house catching fire. The outhouse is already on fire. And there's fire above on this hill. Firefighters staged down there. This house. Again, it's untouched right now, but it's not looking good with that fire right behind it. So the house that had the backyard structure on fire now is spread to this house on Pleasant Valley Road and is completely engulfed, and it is hot. So the flames are just going like crazy along the road here. You can feel the heat from all the way back here. So there's a big house, with a major gas line going up over there. And then there's a big open field here. And if you can see, there's a bunch of goats all huddled up in the corner here. There's one I'm petting right now. So they're all pretty safe here, kind of away from the fire, and most of this field's burned out, but they're all here in the corner as this fire just rages on this house. It's blowing explosions, and you can hear the gas mains scorching. Pretty intense, and you can see the next door neighbors' property's already been destroyed as well. When I was at that house, this palm tree lit up like a candle right by this house that's not burned yet. So these firefighters came in, checked the structure, and they mostly got the fire out here. It's still raining down embers onto this house that's not burned, so they're staying around to fight it. see it coming over the ridge over here?
Oh
or?
yeah, you can totally see it come over that hill,
Mhm.
and then even over the hills over there, and even, I mean, up there you can see it kind of coming over all the ridges, and you can see how big it was. But it wasn't. It was more of a grass fire, and there was it got pretty big over in that corner where the valley came together. But that was pretty much, that was the heat of it, you know.
How did you learn of it? Did you wake up in the middle of the night smelling smoke? Or?
Well, it's been smoky all day,
Uh,
and then our friend actually like hit us up because he lives over off of Pleasant Valley, and he couldn't get back to his house like late in the evening, and then he was texting us, and he's like, "Oh, they might evacuate you guys," and then we started let's just pack our stuff up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we saw our neighbors. Woke up, saw our neighbors. They got like a text message. And they had their dogs and everything packed up. And then we basically just, you know, followed it, you know, kind of just like, let's just pack some stuff up and.
Yeah, and you're kind of ready to go in case it gets a little bit hairy again.
Oh yeah, got the wind picked up or something, or any house was on fire, we'd be like, oh shit, like. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And could you see flame? And you still see a little bit up there, but was it a lot worse before?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could see like, you know, just it wasn't like embers, it was like straight up flames, you know, like a good grass fire.
Oh wow.
So
and headed that, it looked like it was maybe
heading
that
way. Yeah.
East kind of. Okay.
Yeah, or like I think it's like west east, or I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are safe and the house is safe for now.
Yeah.
All right.
Here. Yeah.
All right. Best of luck for the rest of the night.
I was a bit worried that I didn't know what was going on, and I kind of wanted to be there to make sure, like, if it was gonna burn down, I wanted to make sure.
Just talked to these homeowners who are out off of English Hills Road, where there's still active fire spots. You can see the fire coming up this way here, and there's firefighters up this private driveway protecting this house up here. Fortunately, it's mostly grass, but it is blowing up this small hill towards this home. So you can see a firefighter's up in the top by the home getting ready to protect the house as it gets closer, but it's hard to access right now. You can see it's like little strands of fire that shoot through, crossing English Hills Road. When did you find out about the fire getting near your house?
Well, I just heard about the fire when they gave us the evacuation order.
About what time was that?
1:42.
Wow. And so was the fire anywhere near? Did you see flames at that time?
Well, we could see the glow up in the hills.
Glow up the hills. And how many acres do you own here?
10.
10 acres.
This is the bottom.
Oh, this is the bottom. Okay. What's this land that's burning behind you?
It's agricultural. It's just currently waiting for the next agricultural. The cows are trying to stay ahead of the fire line right now.
I thought I saw some cows there, so they're marching ahead of it.
Yeah.
And where does this head to? Where the fire is headed to?
Well, where
their
it's
homes
headed
or
to is
anything?
there's houses right on the other side of this field, and so that's why we let them know, and so they're bracing for it. Right now, we're in pretty good shape because we're in a backburn situation where it's just backburning for us.
That's true, huh? Oh wow, you can see. I didn't even realize the other side. You can see it there.
Yeah.
And so that's just coming from which? I guess it came from over there. Embers or something. Wow. Yikes. It was scary. Was it scary to see these things come so close to your home?
It's always scary.
Yeah.
Whether it's your home or you're trying to save somebody else's, it's always scary.
Right on. All right. Well, I hope you stay safe. Here just off of English Hills Road is right down there. I'm up on the top of this hill where this other house right next door, nothing. But a fire came through from over here, this direction, came through and you can see this archway's left, the chimney. It's just flames. You can see off in the distance behind it, there's more flames. And we're at the top of this really small hill. You can see this car melted. There's definitely some wind when you get up to this hill, and you can see the charred land around it that must have raced up this hill. And you can see off in the distance active active fire line there, smoke coming up. So it was kind of coming in all directions up here. There's the red, blood orange red sun behind. Another home off of English Hills that's fully engulfed. See the farmland scorched here and there. Kind of fingers where the fire hit certain things. You can see there's no one putting this fire out. It's just about to take the whole structure. And it's just no resources for it right now. And yet then there's houses just over here that haven't been touched, and the fire went right by them. And you can see the chimney up there that the fire took out that house. Atop another hilltop home off of English Hills Road, and you can see this is completely devastated. A lot of the farm area, and then up here that's like the main house, and feel the heat coming off of all this. And you see this chimney off in the distance, and that's about it. That's all that's left. And you can see the charred hills around it. The house I just was filming, last tweet I sent out, you can see there across the street is still burning. And you can see off in the hills there's charred hills everywhere, but there's still a lot of houses dotting the ridge lines that are intact. Somehow the fire didn't take them down. These guys are volunteers helping put out fires along English Road here. They have a potable water tanker truck and spraying it down. We have helicopters up now. That is daytime. Get aerial attacks. This one looks to just be scouting the area. You can see firefighters at charred hills. And there's fire coming up over this ridge right now. Pretty decent. Wind. There's homes sporadically through the area. And you can see the flames up here. There's firefighters just around here. So there's a home behind that smoke. The tree just went up. This is along Gibson Canyon Road. Firefighters are extinguishing this fire that's about to cross the road. Pretty. There's a fire in it. Extinguishing this stuff. Yeah. Families on Serenity Hills, and they're hosing down their yard as they get ready to evacuate. I hope your car's get by there. There's the house that they tried to save.